Welcome back to another episode of Hogwarts Legacy. I've been putting off this game for much longer than I would have liked to.
I have been asked to teach you the exploding charm, Bombarda. Once you have completed the tasks I've set forth, speak to me after class.
The Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
I wonder.
This way.
Fire and Vice. Oopsie daisy.
A centaur. Tread carefully.
Oh, I think they're pretty friendly though,
An
right?
entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please,
a free
we don't want
country.
any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
This game is awesome, man.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
Oh no. Let's help that elk.
That's the third time I
No!
behave that violently.
No!
Seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
This water's shallow.
Noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
You didn't just see it? Or maybe she's talking about something else. I don't know.
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Okay.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Revelio. Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long.
Oh,
This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
yo, Poppy, got some news for you,
Anything
girl.
interesting?
Poachers were here, all sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this.
Neither do I, Poppy. Neither do I.
How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely
Yeah, they could be
poachers.
cutting a deal, you know.
No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
And
They
poachers
won't be
having a...
happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Nah, man, I'm going guns blazing. Oops.
Surprising how many nifflers you can find down
If
there.
you wanna die, step up.
You will not survive protect Cynthia.
Uh-oh.
You're just getting on my nerves.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
Do we have Reparo?
Reparo.
Very handy indeed. Well, let's loot this place. They wouldn't be needing it anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a whole city under that
What
tent.
in Merlin's name
Heck yeah.
Are those dragons?
Dragon Fight Club. Wow, okay. Yeah.
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now. And the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word. Given how crowded it is here, how could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
True, true. Let's use the sneak action. Yeah, where is the stealth mode?
What I wouldn't give to be.
Don't know what Victor was thinking, striking a bargain with him.
No. You can't see me.
your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
They say we go too far. The violence is gonna get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is gonna get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood. Foul beast.
Running home.
No, you didn't see me. You think you saw me, but you didn't see me.
Couldn't pay me enough to sit behind a desk.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there?
Are they torturing the thing?
They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite a fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her up, shall we?
Ooh. Okay. Use the bowling to like. Okay.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
You know what, Poppy? I like you. Free the animals and all that stuff. Pera before Pera existed. Let's do it. Let's do it, sis. Guide the way.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Well, all right. We're doing this. Stupefied.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
Okay.
You've been such cowards. I've never been one for gardening. One of my own. You will fall in your suffering, arrogant child.
Reputation does not belong in the battle.
But this one has to defend itself against the flow. Dragon William back in the front.
I see you. Should never have come in.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up. Prepare. Aim for the ring at the front of her restraint.
Okay, I guess I have to pull it. Hopefully she understands that we're helping her.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Ooh, disintegrated.
This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers,
Of course.
given the trouble we just caused?
It'd be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Okay.
Always going.
Let's finish our assignments.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
looks intriguing. Revelio. Settle yourself, I mean you.
Ooh, I think these guys only go down with fire, right? I'll just ignore them.
I don't want to work for Rob. Not ever. Rookwood's gone mad.
One has to always keep an eye on one's back.
Revelio.
Uh-oh. That's not the one we want. Uh-oh. Ooh, that's a big one.
Assignment's all finished.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Sure, Poppy, you got it. That's one heck of a creature.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed.
Ugh. Can't say I'm terribly fond of all the dung in this class.
I take it you're ready to learn your new spell.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done.
Bombarda.
Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Oops. Secret rooms. Library annex. Where is that?
Tobbs Caves.
Check it out now. Yeah, we want to head to the greenhouse and get some combat plans so we can finish the assignment.
She's always showing off about.
Oh, it's you! Just the person I need.
Can I help you?
Samantha, is everything all right? No, it's not. It's my brother William, the one I told you about after Charms class. He's been cursed. He ignored my warning and now he's lying in St. Mungo's looking completely pathetic. He simply never listens.
I'm sorry. How exactly has he been cursed?
Oh, you won't believe it. Truly, but his feet were turned into purple beets. You can imagine his distress. And mine. I won't even go into the attention he was getting from our garden rabbits before he admitted himself to hospital.
I'm so sorry. That sounds like a trying situation.
I'm glad you understand. Everyone else just laughs at me as if it's a joke. No compassion at all.
Well, it is an unusual situation. How did your brother end up like this?
It's entirely his own fault. I told him about some research I'd done recently on our ancestor Marmaduke Dale. In particular, my discovery that Marmaduke's tomb was cursed. My brother's always making fun of my discoveries. This time, he laughed in my face. Told me I'd misinterpreted my findings. As if that were possible. And to prove his point, he went right up to the entrance of the tomb and poof! His feet transfigured into beets.
How awful. I can see why you're upset. He definitely needs some help.
Exactly. He may be a cape flapper, but he's still my brother. And no one deserves such a fate to last forever. Especially as the result of a single brainless mistake. Now I worry that if the curse isn't reversed, it could become permanent.
Can't the curse be broken?
Possibly. The curse stems from a crest that was stolen from Marmaduke. If the crest were returned to its rightful place upon his sarcophagus, then I believe that William's feet may be restored. You battled trolls when they attacked Hogsmeade, escaped a dragon, and I could tell by your work and charms that you're a skilled spellcaster. Returning a crest to a sarcophagus should be almost effortless for you. So, will you help us?
I can take the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus for you.
Oh, thank you! Thank you so much! You'll simply go into the tomb where Marmaduke was laid to rest and place the crest on top of his sarcophagus. According to my research, the tomb's been abandoned for centuries, so it should be a fairly simple task. You'll find it just east of the hamlet of Brockborough. Thank you for your help. My family is indebted to you.
What the heck?
I need to find the tomb near Brockborough and place Samantha's family crest on a sarcophagus there. Please could you remind me the purpose of my tasks, Professor?
Of course, dear. Professor Weasley has kindly asked that I give you some tasks to ensure that your learning continues to flourish outside of the classroom. Once you've completed them all, be sure to return to me, and I'll know that you're ready to learn Flipendo.
Professor Garlick, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvelous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did, and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your wigan trees.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for the words of wisdom, Professor. Let's go to Hogsmeade. So, from what I'm seeing on the website here, it says that I should go to... where is it? Dogwood and Deathcap, okay. Brood and Peck. Okay, I'll need to check them out. Okay, so I'll set a waypoint.
May I ask a favor of you? Hello, is there something I can help you with? How do you do? I'm Satirissa Tugwood, and I have an exciting business proposition for you. Now, it may surprise you to learn that someone of my obvious esteemed lineage would be in business. But I only want to help the less fortunate. That's incredibly nice of you. Oh, there's more. You see, I've been experimenting with a new beauty cream. A cream that will rid our glorious school of the hideous, greasy pustules plaguing our poor pubescent classmates. But I've run out of the key ingredient, Booba-Tuba pus. Booba-Tubas do grow in the Forbidden Forest, however. If only I could pay someone to collect a few for me.
If only you could, right?
I can try and find some for you if I have the time. Marvelous. I'd go myself, but I don't want to.
Fair enough.
I only need a few Booba-Tubas, but they grow wild, so you'll have to look around.
I'll do that. Okay.
Our spotty classmates are counting on you, so you mustn't tarry. Into the
What the
Forbidden
heck was
Forest
it?
for Booba-Tubas. I hope it's worth the risk.
Well, let's say we show you some of what's available. Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far. Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
I'll check out Brood and Peckards. But man, money doesn't come around much in this game, and the items are so expensive. Oh, no. I wanna go to Brood.
Hello. Mind you don't turn quick.
Hello.
Oh, welcome to Brood and Peck. I'm Ellie Peck. And before you ask, I'm out of a Braxton hair. The lot of it was bought up by a trader in Ottery St. Catchpole. Made me take it in person, they did. No care that I had to shut the shop. Apparently had a bad experience with someone shipping them hair for my Wampus cat. Must have been someone from America, no doubt, because we don't even have them here. Anyway, what are you here for? Mooncalf fur? Derrickle feathers? always have trouble collecting them myself as the bird keeps disappearing. Cheeky thing. Used to carry them in the shop, I recalls. But people kept asking for their money back when they'd get home and the blasted things would be nowhere in sight.
I can imagine that would be rather frustrating.
There's worse. Trust me. Not surprising, I suppose. The cry on those...
Sounds like stocking your shelves comes with some
Truer words never spoken. Used to carry beasts themselves. Good be... Not my fault if the little ones caught a flea of an easel. Woo! And I do like to make sure the beasts are safe and well cared for. Couldn't guarantee that with some of these prospective owners. Now, why don't you have a good look around? It's always best to pop in whenever you can to get things before...
Thank you, I will.
Take all the time you need.
And what do you have to say?
Now, what sorts of beast byproducts might you be looking to acquire? I don't mind selling things for certain clients. You know where to find me. I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome.
This is where Saccharissa said to go. Now, where are those booba-tubers? Just my luck. A troll.
Ooh, this guy's tough.
Revelio. Oh, that smells awful. Only 4 more, thank goodness. Revelio.
Incendio!
No. You'll pay for that!
Rookwood don't go down.
That should do it. I'd better get back to Saccharissa now.
Where can I find some beast collection areas?
This place has seen better days.
What's this?
That goblin elm you built.
Potato! Perhaps you want to give up. Incendio! The flames consume you!
Learn that in first.
Enjoy stealing hippogriffs, do you? You're the little sod that saved Treadwell.
Professor Howin will never believe this. Likely this astronomy table will be best used when it's dark. Knowing our meat, he's likely studied here.
There we go. Draco. Any other beasts that need rescuing here? It doesn't even show up on my map. Okay.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
I agree.
Saccharissa, I found the booba tubers.
Splendid. I hope...
Of course.
Thank you. And your payment, of course. Now I can begin perfecting my potion to save our poor don't know who should be more grateful. One day the wizarding world will know my name, and you will have been a small part of it.
Okay.
Have a look around. I'll be with you in just a minute. Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far. Well, what say we show you some of what's available? Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
Just in case we mess this up. What, that didn't work?
Brilliant!
Oh, okay, we got it. All right. Oops. All right.
Perhaps a hybrid. Bouncing. I finished the activities you signed me, Professor Garlic.
Wonderful. I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize how long I'd been at it until the sun began to set. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thrive. Now, ready to learn Flipendo?
Yeah, let's do
You
Flipendo.
will want to focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few pots. Wonderfully done. If you'd like to practice a bit more, you're welcome to do so here in the greenhouse.
Thanks, Professor. All right, now let's go to Hogsmeade. And let's meet with Poppy. Pops.
I'll fix him. Charm grinder.
The forest?
Over here.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something.
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favor for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stayed with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as I wonder if you might pop in and see her. And you could retrieve something of...
I'll try to go and...
It would mean the world. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when... You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar. And Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else. It seems I may have caused you more...
Rookwood is working with Ranrock. Fig had a port key that led us there after...
Goodness. Don't worry, I'll guard you. I shan't press for more details. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Hogsmeade's a no-fly zone.
Hogsmeade, here I come. Revelio. So this is the underground harbor.
Revelio.
Ah, there it is. Okay, this one's not far.
Revelio.
Book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration?
I am, actually.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
Okay.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
Ooh.
The Golden Snidget.
Correct! The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Well done! Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
Deathly Hallows?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct!
Oh, I was right.
According to
Okay.
Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Oh. I think it's the Bludger.
The Bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct
Oh.
answer was the Quaffle. When a chaser throws the Quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
Polyjuice Potion. Polyjuice species? I'll say false.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind.
Just give me the book,
I
dear.
put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Very want to make quick work of this.
Want to test your knowledge on some more difficult questions?
I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you...
Okay.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Alright, let's do that.
Settle down. Settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Nice. Moth.
Beautifully done.
You wanted to discuss my...
I did. You seem to have had no trouble. And frankly...
Thank you, Professor.
As I suspected they would. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the... Of course, the guide isn't the only... I've heard that you can brew an... Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished. Were your meetings with Professor Black's house elf and exploration of various...
Here's down by the Professor Fig. I'll just say
Not
no.
at all. I was intrigued by stories of a giant squid and one...
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember, it'll be the end of the year in no time, and I'll provide a final assessment at that time. Until then, well...
Alright guys, we'll end the session for now. Thanks for watching.